Ayan, isang malaking awesome. And thank you so much guys sa mga nandito agad. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And thank you nga pala sa mga patuloy na nagla-like and nagsishare, nagsisubscribe dito sa House of the Chismoso. Na ako nga pala si Jose Bear. I've been here since 2017. I've been sharing you guys my wins, my losses, and my, of course, experiences dito sa cryptocurrency with the recent dumps. So maraming nagkiusig sa inyo na sinasabi sa akin na, oh, mag-ano kayo, Sir Oso, mag-live ka kasi ito na yung time. Dapat mas nagpapasikat or nagbibigay ng information sa amin kasi nag-crash yung market, etc. And natapat yung crash doon sa Shabbat Day. So hindi ako nagtatrabaho pag Shabbat Day. Nevertheless, kung anong mangyari sa mundo guys, okay, pag Shabbat talaga. Okay, the Lord's Day ang tawag doon. So hindi yun po pwede i-compromise ko yun para lang sa inyo, para kahit kanino dito sa mundong to. Tatandaan nyo yun guys. Okay? So, para sa akin, pera is pera lang. Okay? And it's just like a tool. Okay? And what you chase is yung bagay na hinahabol mo, yan talaga yung magkocontrol sa inyo. So I just wanna inform you that kaya hindi ko siguro dapat magpasensya sa inyo. Okay, hindi ko dapat humingi ng patawad. Okay, yan lang yung masasabi ko. Hindi ko sinasabi na hindi nyo deserve yun. Pero sinasabi ko lang din sa inyo na yun yung draw lines ko. Hindi ako nagbe-break ng mga draw lines ko. So, para nga pala sa mga nangyari nung nakaraan, no, hindi ko na para himayin sa inyo yung mga nangyari. Pero just wanna let you know guys, na binawi lang naman natin yung previous pump natin at binawi natin. With a capitulation na dump. So, yung asawa ko, big shoutout nga pala sa fiancé ko at sa mga patuloy na sumusuporta dito sa House of the Chismoso. Yan, kilala Lons, kilala 62 Kid, yan, kay Mang Pepe, kilala Zen Mind, and of course, kay Dudot. Yan, big shoutout sa inyo. So, maraming nagro-roast sa atin sa comment section na na katangahan daw yung sinasabi ko na magpapump etc. Malalaman natin, makikita natin. Hindi ko naman talaga alam yung nangyayari. Pero nung last time, okay, nag-live kasi ako before the crash. The day before the crash, we did a live video about it. Sinabi ko na there is, okay, a potential crash that can happen. Pero I really don't know when and where. Pero katangahan din naman po isipin na kung maaraw, sabi nga ng asawa ko how she wanted to explain it, kasi medyo malalim yung pagkaka-explain ko. How she wanted to explain it is parang ganito. Bakit ka mag-expect ng ulan kung walang signos na uulan? Diba? Siyempre pag uulan, may kulog, may makulimlim, diba? So, nung time na yon, before that, okay, TA is saying na magpapump tayo. Fundamentals, news, and everything is saying that we are in a really healthy situation. Okay, nakalagpas na tayo doon sa tariff na tinatawag na ibabalik ni Donald Trump yung tariff pero hindi nangyari by October. Ay na by September, October ng first week. Pero nangyari is hindi niya sinunod yung first week na binabanggit niya back in March. So, ngayon, nung kinatoff niya, sinabi niya, hindi na natin itutuloy yung tariff na yan, etc. Na nung back in April, May, di ba? Sinabi niya, binabawi ko na yun, etc. Para maging healthy ang trading, etc. Since sumunod naman si ganito sa mga deals, etc. Parang ang daming excuses. Pero, just to cut things short, okay, doon binanggit din niya na i-release niya na yung new bill that will change everything, which is yan yung sa stablecoins, which is yung sa Genius Act. Okay, so lahat yon nung mga predictions natin nagkatotoo yun lahat. So from here nagpump tayo, tama yung predictions natin. From here tama tayo, nagprediction tayo, umangat tayo dito. From here nagdadump tayo, sinabi ko rin magdadump tayo, etc. Dito nung sinabi ko magpapump na tayo once we enter 110, pumasok tayo sa 110, 118, o nag-DCA tayo sa 118, pumasok tayo sa 125, 26, nung onting-onti na lang na mag-altcoin season na ulit, na talagang sure na talaga na merong altcoin boom, hindi binawi siya agad. Okay, with a capitulating news. Okay, at doon sa close market pa niya ginawa. Why? Kasi he's trying to protect the stock market eh. Okay? So, basically, okay, what really protects the dollar is itong mga stock market. A fraction of that, what protects the dollar is the stock market. Okay, maliban sa bonds, treasury bonds, maliban sa mga ganyan, etc. Always remember there is things that really protects dollar. Okay? So ngayon, they're trying to subdue Bitcoin in order to gather more Bitcoin in order to use it to protect dollar. And we are doing that through sa pamamagitan ng we are using it sa pamamagitan ng stable coins. I gave you this information since 2023. Walang nag-uusap about it. Okay, 9 documents. Okay, for a year ginawa ko rin siya, tinutukan ko siya kasi I really think it's gonna be something that will be really good to go back to. Okay, pero ang nangyari, okay, may mga comments tayo dyan. Okay, hindi naman sa nagbibiter ako, pero syempre, ayoko lang talaga yung mga mayayabang. Okay, kasi ako, galing na ako doon. Okay, na mayabang ako. Sa punto na, okay, hindi ko sinasabi na sa punto na ayaw kayo kasi gusto ko ako lang, hindi. Sa punto na alam ko lalamunin kayo niyan. At saka huwag kayo magsasabi, okay, ito lang sasabihin ko sa inyo, na magse-celebrate kayo ng something na ikipinanalo nyo kung alam nyo na yung ipinanalo nyo ay kinuha nyo lang mula doon sa opposing. Nagigets nyo, hindi siya yung something na, okay, it was printed out of nowhere, etc. Then you were able to grab those printed money. Hindi siya ganun eh. Okay, so we're talking about leverage here. Pero, also, if we're gonna talk about something, we need to really back it up, no? Na pag sinabi mo, nag-short ako sa 125k, which is this one, okay? Bakit mo sasabihin na nag-short ka sa 125k, okay? Pero wala kang maipakitang document. Wala kang mapakitang information. Because trustless world na tayo, guys. Lahat tayo, we don't trust each other anymore. Okay? So for us to claim something, okay, this is way back 2020. Baka maniniwala ako 2001. Pa nag-claim, nagsabi ka na, hindi, nag-short ako 125k, etc. Everyone's showing their transcript, pero hindi, para bago sila magsalita. So, why am I saying this? Okay, why am I saying this? Okay. It's because I want you guys to be held accountable sa mga sasabihin nyo. Okay? Lalo na, viewer kayo, sabihin natin viewer kayo, madaling mag-roast ng mga influencers, madaling mag-roast ng content creators kasi tingin nyo madaling maging content creator. Okay? So, what I'm saying is, let's put everyone in a same level. We're on the same pedestal right here. Hindi ako mataas kasi content creator ako. Hindi kayo mataas kasi viewer kayo. Nagigets nyo? Gusto ko kayo ilagay sa same level and yun yung maganda sa Oso de Chismoso. We are all the same. We are all in the same level. Hindi porket meron akong viewers. Hindi porket marami akong subscribers. Wala lahat ng to. Okay? Kung wala kayo, tatandaan nyo yun. So, we are all the same. That's why I say we are all the same is because of this kind of logic. So, kung may i-claim kayo, katulad na ito, sabi na ni Sneaker Candrolao, ito alam ko, lagi siya nagpapakita ng mga trades niya, nagpapakita siya ng wins, losses niya, etc. doon sa Discord. So, I really believe when this guy says, na-liquidate ako kahit low level lang ako. Isipin mo yun ikaw magsasabi ka na nag-short ka pero hindi mo mabackupan. Eto, nagsabi siya na liquidate siya, nagpakita pa siya. Okay, hindi ako maniniwala na na-liquidate to kasi pwede sabihin niya, nagpapasikat lang siya pero hindi, di ba? Nagpakita siya ng data niya, nagpapakita siya ng wins and losses niya before that. Okay? So, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Nevertheless, good or bad yung sasabihin nyo, di ba? Back it up. Okay? Kasi pantay-patay tayo dito, hindi porket viewer lang kayo, hindi ko kayo i-accountable sa mga sasabihin nyo. Okay? Kasi ganun dapat ang mundo eh. Okay? Since we're in a cursed world, okay? Para maging better yung world natin, simulan natin dito sa channel natin. Simulan natin sa inyo. Okay? Kasi yun yung ginagawa naman natin, di ba? We're trying to better ourselves. Okay? The reason why you're here in cryptocurrency, specifically with also the Chismoso, is because, not just because of money, we're trying to build character. Okay? So when we say we're building character, okay, kahit sabihin natin, bakit seryousong sinisingle out mo yung mga tao? Bakit sinisingle out mo? Mas maganda nga gawin ko na to ngayon habang konti pa lang tayo. Kasi dadami tayong mga nagwa-watch out for each other. Okay, hindi ko siya kinikriticize, hindi ko kinikriticize sino man to. Wala kang paki kung sino to, etc. Hindi ko paki yung pangalan. Ang paki ko is yung behavior natin inside the community. Because we're trying to be positive community in order for the other communities to see, oh, okay, nagwa-watch out yung mga community ng Oso de Chismoso. They watch out for each other. Hindi sila nagyayabangan, hindi sila ganito, etc. They held accountable. They're responsible. They're disciplined people. Kaya gets nyo yun? Diba? Ayoko naman yun, sasaglit lang kayo dito, tapos, uy, Sir Oso, nanalo ko. Tapos alis ka. Diba? Tapos sabihin mo, Sir Oso, katangahan naman yung sinasabi mo na Tapos hindi ka naman nandito nung sunod-sunod yung panalo natin. Hindi naman laging panalo lagi sa cryptocurrency. Tatandaan nyo, walang single trader na may 100% wins. Okay? At kahit yung mga magagaling na influencers or sabihin natin, mga analysts, etc., hindi nila nalaman tong crash na to. Hindi nila to na-anticipate. Okay? Si CryptoFace, di ba, was about to short the market. Ano sinabi niya? No, I really don't think it should not be shorting. Why? Because there's no science in technical analysis, fundamental, and even sentimental analysis. That's beyond prediction. You cannot predict it. Manghuhula ka na talaga pag nagawa mo yun. Rudy Baldwin ang tawag dun, guys. Yung sinasabi niya na nag-short siya pero wala siya maipakita. Madaling mag-copy-paste, madaling mag-picture ng kunyari profit mo, kunyari pwede i-photoshop, etc. Pakita mo yung legit talaga. Diba? Kasi ako nagpapakita ko points list ko na hindi naman kalakihan yung pera, baka mas malaki pa nga pera niya sa akin sa Meraki. Diba? Yung test money namin, yung pinapakita namin sa inyo, guys. We're trying our best to be transparent. Okay? Ngayon, come equal with me. Okay? Pero kung hindi mo kayang gawin, bakit? Bakit hindi nyo kayang gawin? So, moving on. I wanna give you this information. Okay. So, nag-iikot ako sa cryptocurrency kasi nung, tapos na yung Shabat So, hindi naman ako yung basta, tapos na yung Shabat, magdadaldal na ako, kaya ako na to, etc. No? I always keep quiet. I wanna try to always look into the what's really going on. Madaling magsalita, guys. Pero yung magsalita to build other people is very different thing. I really have to be accountable sa mga sasabihin ko sa inyo. Because I really appreciate you guys being here. Kahit sa 10-5 lang tayo. Yan, katulad si Alrock. Pag konti lang tayo dito, nandito siya. O, diba? Silent viewer yan minsan Yan. May i-interview sana tayo ngayon. Kaso hindi siya nagre-reply. So, hindi ko alam kung online ba siya, hindi, tulog siya, hindi ko alam. So, I was about to invite this person. Pero, yeah. Ang TLDR ng mga pag-usapan natin ngayon is gusto ko mai-walk through kayo sa mga nangyari, okay? So, believe it or not, sasabihin na naman ni Sir Oso, wow, si Sir Oso, nahulaan na naman. Hindi. Totoo to, guys. Sa Discord, pinredict namin, ay nagkaroon kami ng conspiracy. The day after nung crash, ang conspiracy ko, ito yung nangyari. Bakit? Because of repetitive action na nangyari 2017. Okay, 2017, 2018 it's like a little bit the same sa nangyayari ngayong crash. Okay? And why I'm so confident na it might be probably 2020 mini crash tapos biglang bubulosok, lahat hindi makakasakay kasi nga sobra na yung takot. Sabi natin COVID-19, di ba? Tapos 2020 dead market, tapos hopelessness, wala nang pag-asa yung mga tao. Gets nyo? So big shoutouts kay Kyle, kay Eggsy yan, big shoutouts kay Stephen, big shoutouts kay Cousin Vlogs. Mag-comment nga kay 33 para makita ko kasi hindi ko nakikita dito sa akin Yun lang, guys lalapit ko yun. Isa lang yung monitor ko ngayon. Ayan, no? Pruweba na wala tayong kodigo ngayon. And big shoutouts, guys. Ayun nga pala, mga ano to, busy events, yan, no? Oo nga pala, no? Nagsabi siya na na magpapa-event siya. Ini-invite ako niya pumunta ng Pilipinas. Sabi ko, gets talaga. Kasi nag-open ako ng physical business. Pero, tulad na sinabi ko, guys, this is just to give it back to you guys. Okay, yung proof na yung dahilan ng mga tao na ito lang kasi yung sahod ko, etc. Yun yung ginagawa ko ngayon. Ito lang yung trabaho ko, ito lang yung sahod ko. Hindi ko minamaliit, pero sinasabi ko lang na sa rat race, kaya niyong kumula. So, pumasok ako sa rat race, sabihin natin, diba? Mula sa pagiging tambay, sabihin natin, magtambay ka naman, mag-trade ka lang, etc. Sabi nga ng asawa ko, kaya ko pala kitain yun nang titrade lang, etc. Nagigets nyo? Pero iba pa rin yung magtitrade ka, papasok ka sa trabaho, tapos iiwasan mong tumingin sa trades mo, magbabuo ka ng business, magi-influencer ka pa. Iba yun. Iba yun. Ang hirap nun, guys. Okay. So yan, big shoutouts. Triggered lahat buying orders ko yun. Big shoutouts kay Kyle. Congrats. Okay, anyways, sa pag-ikot ko sa cryptocurrency, okay? TLDR lang na to, massive market manipulation exploited Binance's unified margin system. Okay, so nag-ikot ako, tinitingnan ko yung mga nangyayari. So dito ako sa channel na to, yung mga explanation why really did this happen. So hindi ko pa dito naalala na we tried to come up with a conspiracy. Okay, tinanong ko si GB, ipinost ko pa doon sa Meraki na ito yung tingin kong conspiracy. So pinaalala ko kanina sakaling walang nakakaalala. Okay, so yan. So dito ko nakita naman yung fully explained. So number one question dito is what exactly caused the October 11 crypto crash. So kaya ka naman naglilibot sa market, 'di ba? Hinahanap mo ano yung nangyayari. So don't be fooled because most of those assets na sinasabi niyo na nag-crash are just virtually crashing. Hindi talaga yun yung actual price nila. So si Avax, naniniwala ka bumalik siya ng $7, 7.2. Those are just virtual crashes. Those aren't real. Okay, this is an art of deception, guys. Do not be deceived. This is going to be something that, okay, probably will be dragged down because we're seeing this, but this is not a true price. Remember, we have MACD, we have indicator showing, okay, na ang sinasabi is talaga na hindi talaga tayo nag-crash. But there is a clue that we did crash on the price. Yes. So this will lead to anong mas malakas, yung indicator or yung candle. Syempre mag-open ka naman trading view, sabihin natin, or ng Google, or kaya sabihin natin ng CoinGecko, sabihin natin. Makikita mo agad, di ba, candles. Nagagets nyo? Candles agad. Hindi kayo makakita ng indicator agad, MACD or RSI, hindi. Diba, candles? So makikita mo agad to. So what happens is human psychology always wins in terms of emotional market. So we are in a very emotional market where the market is going to be dragged down to go further back here. Okay, the question is until where? So we have to really assess the fractal data. Sabi natin avalanche, no? So trying to target the strong levels, saan nagpump yung market, saan nag-hold ng malakas, those are going to be your areas you need to target, no? Hindi ka magta-target ng pinaka-bottom tapos magdadasal ka sana ma-hit yan. Okay, these are just virtually dumps, virtual dumps lang to. Hindi to really printed sa market. Okay, when I say hindi talaga siya printed, okay, probably it was on the order books, etc. blah blah blah. Okay, sabihin natin, but those aren't the real deal. Which later I will be explain it to you. Okay, so but the real reason kung bakit nag-dump, kala natin kay Donald Trump, but this is just like added reason. But Donald Trump will be gladly to take that credit. Sasabihin niya, hindi, ako talaga yung dahilan bakit nag-dump. Bakit? Okay, publicity tawag doon. Okay, so a flaw in a Binance's unified cross-margin system allowed, okay, inallow niya yung mga attackers na makagamit ng assets like RAP, ETH, or BNB and SOL bilang collateral. Okay, ito yung rehypo exploitation. Rehypo, okay? So, wrap ETH, wrap Binance, synthetic SOL, sabihin natin, etc. Pero deliberately still attached to the real value of an asset. Okay, so now, then deliberately they tank their prices, no? Triggering a mass liquidation across the accounts. So, yung mga wrap BTC, etc., synthetic BTC, CBBTC, etc., that happens, okay? So, that's the reason why as well, even with KuCoin, you will see Plume. It's very impossible that Plume went back to like 1 cent. Nagigets nyo? Below 1 cent. Okay, this is very impossible. You know why? Okay, why I'm very confident that this is very impossible is because this is super, parang isipin mo sobrang bango na itong price na to. Kahit siguro, sabihin natin kahit siguro pumunta ka dito sa 0.3, 0.2 by Fibonacci levels or by indicator wise, this is very very alluring. Kumbaga, masarap to sa mata masyado. Okay, at hindi lang ikaw nag-iisang mata na nasasarapan sa mga ganitong presyo. Tapos sasabihin mo, sana bumalik ulit dito, bibili talaga ako. When the mindset is already at that, okay, at nandun ka na sa, sabi natin yung rat race mindset mo or yung utak daga mo, ay nagsasabi, without even assessing the market, sinasabi mo na sana bumalik sa 0.03 or 3 cents, that's when the market does not do what you want. When you were here, you were saying sana umangat na, magbebenta ako dito sa 0.31 cents. Doon hindi nangyayari yung price targets nyo. Why? Is because it's the rat mindset. Hindi ka nag-assess, hindi ka nag-Fibonacci, hindi ka nag-do this and do that, etc. Except with the case of Bitcoin, no, we've been talking about this. We've been trying to tell you guys, okay, na we were trying to really predict that the market is just gonna boom, 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 etc. Diba? Sabi ko pa gusto ko pa mag 104, hindi talaga. Kahit na nag-crash, hindi na talaga nag 104. Although, this is, we're talking about Bitfinex, nag 103 siya. Sa KuCoin, 106 ulit. Sa Bybit is 101 in derivatives BTC or BTC.D or BTC USDTD. Okay, or tama. So, ngayon, what's my point? Okay, what's my point here? Dito sa news na to. Okay, punta tayo dito. Dito. Okay, makikita natin yung mga strong buys, strong sells, etc. Diba? So, at the center of it all, diba, or lahat nito, okay, yung sophisticated exploit na nangyari is very deep within the Binance Unified Cross Margin System. So, lahat ng tao are now eyeing to really get into Binance before this crash, no? Napansin niyo yun? Meron na agad ulit, bumalik na ulit agad yung, Binance Meta na ulit tayo guys, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Diba? Until, boom, eto na. Ginantihan na sila. Do you really think this is still about just capitulating a SEX or a centralized exchange? I think this is US versus China still. We are in a Cold War. I remember this. I'm telling you this. We are in a Cold War right now. It's very dumb for us not to think that we are not in a Cold War. Why? Isipin nyo, we are in a tariff war, number 1. Number 2 is we've been trying to race against with China to hold more Bitcoin because we're trying to frighten the world to be wag na lumuhod sa pagiging communist, no? Kasi meron tayong ganong mindset na sa Asia is maraming na-influence na maging communistic country na lang. Same thing with Japan, we have Communist Party. Same thing with Philippines, we have NPAs, we have Communist Party List, we have Communist Senators, diba? Meron mga ganun talaga tayo. So, same thing with Thailand. Same thing with countries na far Asia talaga na like India. Diba? Nagigets nyo? So, why am I saying this? Because I think the attack is caught on a crossfire lang tayo guys. Okay, believe me that this is not a real situation where it will end the whole bull market situation. Okay, I'm gonna give you that strong answer already. Why? Is because malakas yung ano ko na I really don't think it's not yet the war. It's gonna happen. Malayo pa tayo doon sa situation where there will be a war. I really think this is a race against a superpower na tinatawag. It's either AI, quantum computer, quantum computing. I don't know. Okay. But what I'm saying here is we are in a Cold War situation right now because we're trying to win over, okay, who's gonna be best at finance, okay? Whoever holds a lot of stable coins, okay, wins the game. Okay, yung kita naman natin yan. I've been talking about that, no? So, pwede niyo sabihin din, this Rosa, hindi mo pinagsasabi yan. Saan mo sinabi? Ang dami kong ginawang documents or also live videos na sinasabi ko na sa inyo na yung situation natin ngayon is nagmamadali na yung mga tao to grab more stable coins or to create their own stable coins. Okay? Because we're turning into a CBDC world. Okay? Diba, tinry natin talikuran yung CBDC, bigla naman stablecoin. See, wala din. Stablecoins is also like the new CBDC version 2.0, diba? Kung papansin ninyo. Same thing with the Philippines, na yung sinasabi nyo na blockchain, etc. Bitsquela is being so reckless about getting into blockchain ledger, etc. Diba? Those are CBDCs, guys. We are in a road of CBDCs and the banks are going to support this. Even the Bangko Sentral of the Philippines is going to really support this kind of idea. Okay? Not because this is something that is in. Okay, by 2029, it's gonna be a thing already in the Philippines. We're just like playing around with it right now. Okay, but that is so delayed kasi ibang countries like in Europe, CBDC is already a thing. Even in the in China is very a thing already. Hindi siya bago. Okay? So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay. I want to like really stress on how the exploit work, pero maboboard kayo. So, ang gagawin ko, ilalagay ko siya sa document. Okay, so if you guys are in Meraki, of course, you will see the full document. Pero if nandun kayo sa Billionaire, ibibigay ko sa inyo yung full ng document na yun. Okay, kung nasa Billionaire kayo, kahit sa public ibibigay ko, pero dapat nandun kayo sa Discord, ibibigay ko siya sa inyo. Or kung nandito kayo sa live natin, ibibigay ko siya live. Hindi ko na kayo kailangan pumasok dun sa kailangan ko lang ng 40 viewers. Then I will be able to give it to you guys. Share nyo lang, tatlo lang yung nag-share. So isa pa dito ako lang nag-share. Pero yeah. Meron pa akong mga documents na nakita tulad nito dito sa nag-iikot-ikot ako dito. So many are like asking for dump already, pero ako okay. Katulad nito siya pump pa din. Okay, so ito look at this. Okay, tama to yung niya, kung Elliott Wave ang pag-uusapan natin dito is A, B, C, D, E, tapos biglang so A, B, C, D, E. Okay, tapos baba. Gets nyo? So, 0, A, B, C, D, E. Tapos baba. Nagigets nyo? So, parang i-mirror lang siya. So, this is the reason why I want the market to really go up from here. Okay? Pero, the danger zone is going to be 110. Okay? Pag naglaro pa tayo dyan sa market na yan, market value ng 106 to 110, that's gonna be super dangerous. Tapos magbubuo tayo ng bear flag is gonna be another dump below 100k. Worst case scenario is baka bumalik tayo ng 96, which is yung failed natin dito sa 98. Kasi gusto ko bumalik tayo ng 96 Gusto ko ma-fill tong gaps na to. There's a mini money lost here in 96. Yun yung gusto kong balikan sa 96. Pero hindi natin siya nagawa, no? So, guys, mag-comment lang kayo dyan sa comment section. Babasahin ko yan. Okay? Tapos, Tulad nga sinabi ko, ano pa yung sample ko na, Sir Oso, ano pa yung sample mo na virtually dumping lang, hindi talaga totoo. Ito, papakita ko sa inyo. Nakita ko lang kanina kasi habang nagpipipindot ako eh. Ba't ganun? Hindi ko makita. ABCD nito. Baliktad. Ito. Tingnan nyo to. Posible nung nag-zero to, yung atom. Ito, KuCoin lang to ha. Imposible naman napunta tong KuCoin sa $1. Okay, and daming may gusto nito. Institutionally, ang daming gusto nito. Okay? Why? It's because this is a massive infrastructure. Dito pa lang dapat umangat na tayo. Okay, by technical analysis, I will tell you, dapat dyan pa lang umangat na tayo. Pero hindi. Okay, we tried to retrace, tapos biglang tumusok ng galat. Okay. Hindi ko siya maintindihan for now why it's happening, why it's not doing what it needs to or supposed to do. Diba? Because it's 1, 2, 3. Tapos dapat dito na tayo maglalaro. Ito na lang. Ang last value ng atom is gonna be $4. But with Cosmos infrastructure, this is gonna robust the CBDCs or whatever the world plans to do. Yun yung gusto ko sa Cosmos. He's very flexible. Kung maging banking world to, okay, Atom is still there. If maging AI, etc., blah, 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 Atom Link is going to help each other to really commit to this kind of system where it will be fully trusted. Diba? Parang ganon. So that's why I like Cosmos. He's very flexible. Okay? But with the price right now, yun lang yung kinakatakot ko. Because ito yung mga assets na hindi papansinin. Pero pag nag-pump, katulad ng Algorand, diba, Link, pag nag-pump, diba? So, may mga set ako sa bottom, katulad ng Pudgy Penguins, hindi naman na-trigger even though nag-crash ng ganyan. Diba? That's why I'm very weird out sa mga ganito, sa mga ganitong moves. Okay? So, but to give you the Binance's response, kasi nag-respond sila eh. Okay. Ito na nga ba yun? Dito ba yun? Yeah. So, with this one, the Ethena really depict. Binance actually responded dito sa exploit na nangyari. So, Binance later confirmed na yung ating event was caused by the design flaw. Okay? And it's not an external breach or wala silang hacker sa labas tapos biglang tinry pasukin yung Binance because of its weak system. Hindi ganun. There is a vulnerability in the algo, sabihin natin. No, there's none. Okay. They issued a statement na ina-acknowledge nila na exploit and yung announcement limited to compensation. Magmimigay sa compensation for the affected users who had utilized specific wrap tokens like USDE, BNB, SOL, etc. Specifically Ethereum as well. Okay, as collateral. Okay, bibigay nila din same thing, BNB, SOL, and USDE. Okay, however, yung retail traders natin na nag-hold ng unrelated assets, hindi sila naka-receive ng compensation. Kaya sila na babad trip, okay, nagagalit sila dito sa Binance. Pero ang weird dito sa nangyayari, ang galing ng Binance sa pag-handle ng marketing. Kumbaga bigyan na siya. All those 2019 bad shit na nangyari sa Binance, they were able to really adapt. Specifically nung pinatanggal natin si CZ because of his money laundering, etc. He really mastered the art of marketing in sabihin natin pag-handle externally, no, na sa pagsasuggest even though he's not part of the Binance already, which is illegal. Pag nalaman, sabihin natin kung totoo talaga yung sinasabi ko, then it's gonna be a lawsuit. Pero ito na yung sasabihin sa inyo. Okay, ang galing nila, nabawi nila yung pera, nabawi nila yung price ni Binance from bumagsak siya na specific price, then was able to really regain. Diba? So 31 viewers sa tayo, guys. Okay. So ang tanong talaga ng mga tao dito, since hindi nga sila nabigyan, okay, was it an inside job or institutional message na yung speculation natin is kumbaga some analysts argue na it was a coordinated strike from traditional finance players just to really test out, or it's like a warning shot against a Chinese brand which is Binance, no? So was this an attack sa pag-check or test check lang naman to, no? To expose the weakness of an offshore exchange against US, 'di ba? Tapos gusto nilang kumbaga to really push, sabi natin, to really push lang, okay? Sabi lang natin, to really push the propaganda na, oh, okay, China is not really, like they're not trustworthy people. They do some shady things, okay? Nevertheless, sino ba, like both sides are doing shady things, sino bang pinakamalala? Sinong pinakaganib para talagang gusto tayong ubusin? Diba? So dito sa part na to, US wins. Okay? Because ano ba yung bad news lang na ginawa? Which is Donald Trump trying to harness all the bad news for himself. All the publicity, whether good or bad, for himself. Diba? So the timing added fuel dun sa nangyaring October 11. Okay, the attack occurred just days before the macro event. So including, sabi natin, meron ako dito ng document, hindi document. Ito, Jerome Powell's speech on October 14, which is tomorrow pa yan, hindi pa naman yan. So Tuesday, okay. So, yung kay Jerome Powell's scheduled address and tariff negotiation between US and China, since we're talking about Donald Trump harnessing everything, etc. This is, I think, really good for politics wherein, sabihin natin, di ba si Jerome Powell, lagi natin siya pinapaulanan. Napansin nyo, less na natin siyang awayin. It's because meron ng Donald Trump eh. Sa kanya na natin binubuhos lahat, etc. yung galit natin. Which is really good, I would say. Kasi, good ko ako si Jerome Powell. Ayoko rin naman ng binibira niya ako ng binibira. Diba? Sumusunod lang mga utos eh. Which is, I think it's a win situation for Jerome Powell. Parang nagugustuhan niya si Donald Trump kasi hindi na siya pinag-iinitan. Ang pinag-iinitan lang si Donald Trump, walang pa si Donald Trump. Ang dami niyang team eh. Pero, i-turn niya into positive thing yun. Why? Because, gusto ko to. Diba? Kasi napag-uusapan ako. Parang ganun. May ganun siyang thing pag pinapanood ko siya or how he really talks about the Pero, historical context natin for recovery scenario, sabi natin, okay, seryoso, gusto ko mag-recover to. Ayaw naman marinig yung mga chismis mong walang kakwenta-kwenta at hindi ko naman talaga naiintindihan yung mga pinagsasabi mo. Okay, it's just for selected people na talaga interested with cryptocurrency, etc. Okay. Ito sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, for us to really say that we are going to really pump back on a weekly time frame or weekly chart, okay, makikita natin yung mga signs. Okay, we have V-shape, of course. Meron din tayong, sabihin natin, balikan natin yung mga November 2022 FTX collapse or June 22 ng Luna implosion or March 23, 2023 banking contagion, sabihin natin. Or sabihin natin, Bitcoin has consistently, okay, been doing the same thing, that I think it's gonna be going to be the same thing as well. Okay, ngayon may magsasabi dyan na naman, katulad doon sa comment na sinabi, nagwo-wish po kayo ng bull run, nangyari na yung bull run. I really don't think that that's the bull run. I think not even close to altcoin season yung nangyari previously, wherein ang mga nagpump lang doon is just a specific narrative, which is what? CZ pumping tokens, di ba? Ano pa? Dito is meme tokens. Wala nagpump na majority of the assets. Di katulad dito, halos lahat kaliwat kanan nagpapump. Gambling tokens, diba? Gaming tokens, infrastructure tokens, L1, L2, L3, diba? Kumbaga, samot sa hari na kung anong pag-usapan natin dito. Ang dami. Okay, ang dami. Kaya ang dali niyo magsabi siguro na hindi, pump na yun, nag-ask pa kayo ng pump, etc. No, I really didn't think so. Remember, the money in the world is just parked somewhere else. You have to really watch out for it. when is this going to happen? Okay. My worst case scenario, I'm gonna tell you guys, okay, is this one. Okay. Which is above 91K or 90K. I think we have to really retrace this if in any case there is going to be a barrage of negative news. Ito na, sasagutin ko sa inyo yung sinasabi ng asawa ko. Sabi ng asawa ko, kailan kaya ito magpapump? Kailan kaya ito ulit baka magdump palalo, etc. That's very true. Okay. Pero may tanong siya na paano babawiin natin tong pumper dump na nangyayari na to? Okay. So ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. It will only happen is same thing with the liquidity. Kung ano yung pumasok na liquidity, yan din yung lalabas na liquidity, lalo na kung galing yan sa isang whale. Sabi natin, or magkakaibigan na institutional, sabi natin, or sabi natin BlackRock, Fidelity, and ARK Investment, sabi natin, nagkasama-sama sila with a deal, kung ano man yung kikitain, portion sila doon, parte-parte sila. So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? This is going to be super clear, okay? Very basic, very friendly, okay, friendly gesture na kung paano ko i-explain sa inyo. Okay, it's either this worst case scenario, 89. This is my last support, which is 96. Okay. Pag bumagsak dyan, this is gonna be my first DCA. Pero dito, within here, etc., I'm not gonna DCA. Anywhere here, hindi na bumabagsak yung value ng coin stats ko. Ayaw na niya bumagsak. So, which is really good. Okay? I'm not gonna say like that's bad or like super good. Which is like semi-good lang siya. Okay? Why? Is because hindi na siya nagda-dump. Good siya. Pero, mapapaisip ka rin, syempre. Baka hindi nagda-dump kasi wala ng traders doon. So, I had to reassess. Everything is still being moved. Nagmo-move pa rin siya. Virtually dumping, meron siya mga virtual bumps katulad nun sa Plume. May Plume tayo, 'di ba? Bumagsak siya ng parang nearly $0. Imposible 'yun. Okay, that's impossible. Even Atom, Link, ganun din. 'Di ba? That's very impossible that it will happen. That it happened. Okay na nag $0 yung mga yung asset na yan. Okay. So, tulad sinabi ko, okay, initial crash, okay, marami nag-panic driven selling. Okay, panic driven selling, tatlo lang yung kailangan yung tandaan sa nangyari na to. Okay, this is very important, guys. Okay, this is very important. You have to really watch out for this, okay? Para masabi natin na totoong magpapump tayo ulit, this is very important. Number one is yung initial crash natin, did everyone try to panic sell? Okay, wag niyo tingnan yung community natin kasi pipigilan ko kayo talaga. Sinabihan ko yung Meraki, huwag kayong panic sell, chill lang kayo. Okay. Ako nga nagwo-worship lang eh. Nagba-Bible study pa ako sa may asawa ko. Yun lang ginagawa namin na nagka-crash yung market, guys. There's nothing to really worried about, okay? If ang wino-worship nyo talaga cryptocurrency pera, dito kayo, mangyayari niyan, magpa-panic sell kayo. Okay? Ako nag-DCA ako to, di ba, 18K. O ngayon, bumagsak. Okay, talo yung XPL namin, talo yung ganito, etc. So what? Okay? Many times over, niligtas ako ng Diyos. Lahat to. From $100 na pa 800 natin. Dinagdagan ko ng $500, 1,300, na pa 8,000 to 9,000 natin. Dinagdagan ko ng 1,000 para 10K. So doon ko na inilagay. Sinabi ko sa inyo, $10,000 gagawin kong 100K. Naging $33,000. Diba? So, gets nyo, ba't ako mag-worry? Diba? In a total of $14,000 lang na ipinasok ko sa cryptocurrency, sabihin natin, sa buong tanang buhay ko, sabihin natin, okay, 14,000, kaya niyang gawing 33, kaya niyang gawing times 10, times 30, yung isang asset. Bakit ako magdududa? Ba't ako magdadalawang isip? Okay. So, sabihin natin, may nakikita kayo mga nag-initial crash panic selling sila. Okay, that's your first clue. Number 2 is yung retest on a local low. Okay, sabihin natin may low na tayo na 100. Sabihin natin, balik na tayo sa 1 day para malinaw. Okay, may na-retest na bang nangyari? Okay, meron tayong 109 crash. Okay. Meron na ba tayong retest? Okay, wala pa. Hindi pa tayo nag-hold. Kailangan natin mag-hold to para sabihin natin, invalidated na agad yung prediction ko na maglo-low pa tayo sa level sa to. Okay, this is just my buying zones. Ako guys, yung ginawa kong 18 etc. set for life na yon. Kung anong mangyari sa market, yun na yun. Sinasabi kasi yung magbo 100k itong portfolio na to. Okay, by just doing patience, fearlessness, grit, discipline. Paulit-ulit ko lang sa inyo. Nakalagay na nga dito sa chart natin. Kitang-kita na siya. Yun lang gagawin nyo guys. Okay? Ako na maghahanap ng tokens. Ganun yung ginagawa ko. Ako maghahanap ng tokens. Kayo bahala kung gusto nyo bilhin. Panoorin nyo ako. Bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. Okay? Kung yun yung trip nyo. Okay? Pero yun, share ko nga sa inyo. Okay? So, ngayon, ito na. Yung pangatlong clue is yung V-shape. Kasi katulad nito, sabihin natin nag-dump, diba? Biglang, sabihin natin, worst case scenario, ganyan siya. Okay? Ngayon, para mo masasabi na magre-recover na to, na ayaw na mag-dump, ganito sasabihin. Bigla siyang nagganito. Diba? Paulit-ulit na natin sa sinasabi sa inyo yung higher lows. Okay? Okay, higher lows. V-shape. Okay. Lower lows. Pero dito kasi lower lows. Dito higher low. Yan, higher low. V-shape siya. Boom. Okay. Supposedly, hindi ito nangyari. It needs to be inverse head and shoulder dapat. Pero yun nga, hindi nangyari. Sabihin na, pagpalagay na lang natin na totoong liquidity to. Okay. Out of fear and everything. Okay. But I really believe that there's gonna be somewhere a W sa mga areas na to. Okay. Pero worst case scenario ito. Okay. Worst case scenario sa intraday, sabi natin, panoorin lang natin to yung buong month ng November, October, September. Ito lahat, September, October, November. Yan lang papanoorin natin. Okay. Kasi nevertheless, kung ano mangyari sa December, i-amplify niya lang yung nangyari sa November and October. Ganoon naman yung palagi. Okay, so ngayon, ito yung sasabihin sa inyo. Yun yung worst case scenario. Pero, ito yung good scenario. Ganyan. Yan. So, meron ka ng low, higher low. Yan yung hahanapin lang natin. Okay, at makikita nyo yan sa RSI. Okay, pag nagkaroon kayo ng divergence, sabihin natin, oh, ito. Divergence ba ito? Hindi pa din. Okay, ngayon, kailangan nyo bumagsak. Okay, yung RSI natin. Ang nangyayari, hindi mo kailangan natin bagsak yung presyo para lang bumagsak yung RSI. Diba? Kailangan natin pwede mag-sideways lang to hanggang sa bumagsak na yung RSI. Nangyayari yun. Okay. So, ang takes ko dito, okay, is we don't still trade. Yun lang sasabihin ko sa inyo. This market is not for retail anymore. What's for us ever since is patience in spot trading. Hindi kayo mawawalan dyan sa spot. Okay, as long as you're really doing your diligence on researching your assets that you wanna buy in. Sabihin natin yung Merl. Hindi nagbago yung price namin sa Merl. Okay. Should we be TPing? Almost. Muntik na. Pero hindi pa naman nagko-cross. Okay, so I really have to wait for it. Okay. Pero for now, ang nakikita ko is ito lang ang asset na hindi nag-dump. Okay, which is really good. At ang isang asset na hawak pa rin namin hanggang ngayon, hanggang sa kaibuturan ng mundo, okay, since 2023 is yung next Sera. Okay, hindi pa rin siya nag-dump. Okay, nevertheless, kung ano yung nangyari, hawak pa rin namin siya. Okay, nasaan na ba yung next Sera? Ito. Boom. Okay, grabe yung pump niya. Okay, October 11, hindi siya nag-dump. Ang nangyari, nag-pump pala. Okay. So, should we be selling? Okay, almost. We might be. Okay, we'll see. We'll know. Okay, we're not saying this is the best time for us to sell or this is the best time for us to buy. Yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo doon sa last lives natin. Ito yung best buying opportunities sa next era. Meron din tayong prediction sa next era. Ngayon, umangat na siya. Okay, so dito, failed. Okay, pero dito, tama na tayo. Okay, balikan nyo lang yung live na to, hindi to edited guys. Okay, hindi yan edited. Saktong-sakto yung time ng pump. Okay, dito mali tayo. Pero hindi ko siya tinanggal. Bakit? Okay, Okay, hindi mo ako takot magkamali sa inyo. Ang kinakatakot ko, hindi ako kikita sa mga decision ko. Yun ang importante dyan. Hindi porket mali ako, itatago ko sa inyo. Hindi ako nandito para i-please kayo. Nandito ako para ipakita sa inyo. Okay na nagkakamali ako, pero may nagagawa ako sa mga pagkakamali na to. Gumagawa ako ng paraan. Okay, just to let you guys know, we're back to 4,000 for Ethereum. So there's nothing you need to worry about altcoins. But again, to explain to you guys our crypto crash, I'm gonna give you a document since nag-40 na pala tayo. Ibibigay ko na lang sa inyo sa comment section sa replay live na to. So panoorin nyo yung replay live natin mamaya, which after this live, ngayon, sabi natin, ibibigay ko agad siya. So abangan nyo lang siya 30 minutes from now, 1 hour. 1 hour from now, nasa pin comments na agad siya. Yan, ako nga pinapanood ko lang yung negative na part. Kaya, wala naman kasi magagawa mag-react ka, lalo ka mawalan ng pera Legit lang, hindi yun joke yung sinabi ni ni Alrak. Hindi yun joke. Kumbaga, mukha siyang joke pakinggan, pero totoo yun, wisdom yun. Sige, galawin mo. Ano mangyari? May contingency plan ka ba kung ba't mo gagalawin? Anong gagawin mo? Titipi mo yung $10 mo na naging $5 na lang, or sabihin natin $3. Anong gagawin mo sa $3? Nagigets mo? Sabihin natin $100. Anong gagawin mo sa 30? May naisip ka ba? Diba? Wala naman Ba't ka gagalaw? Out of emotion? Gets nyo? Okay, so yun lang guys. Wala na akong masyadong sasabihin sa inyo. Ibibigay ko sa inyo mga documents. Pag-usapan ko to doon ng mas malawak, okay? Para lang mas maintindihan nyo kung ano ba talaga yung totoong nangyari guys, okay? But again guys, chismis lang lahat ng yun. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuhin at kilusan ng sa gayon. Ang lahat ng to ay ating makantaan. At syempre guys, alam nyo na. Like nyo lang, share nyo lang, subscribe nyo lang ako. Then hit that notification bell para una-una kayo sa mga chismis dito sa cryptocurrency. Dito sa mula dito kayo sa The Chismoso. Ako nga pala si Oso Bear. And kita-kits tomorrow at sa susunod na araw. Okay? Have a great night and stay